Hello and welcome to Wingin It, and welcome back here for some more Major League Wingspan. We are very close to the end of this regular season here, just 3 games left, and we have 21 wins under our belt so far. 1 more is all that's needed to finish top of the division and book our place in the playoffs, so definitely going to be the aim. We do have a bit of leeway, but hopefully we can get the job done here in this game. So we are jumping into this one, going first. And so hopefully we can get ourselves off to a good start here. But what have we got in at the starting hand? Okay, we got a white wagtail. So that is always a good thing to see. Always happy with that. And some good options, to be honest, all across the board. I mean, Master Lapwing is really good early. Get yourself a bunch of food and get some birds down. And equally, I mean, Oyster Catcher, get some extra cards. This could be a very, very greedy start here because I'm liking these 2 Forest Brown powers as well. So we'll see if the bonus card is going to sway me. Probably not. Although, actually, I mean, Forester. I'm not even going to remotely look at Backyard Birder. But Forester does work for these 2, so that could be an option. And yeah, what have we got in the tray? Nothing too amazing. I mean, that Scale Quail might be something, but honestly, I might go 5 birds here with the end of round goal as well. Playing the Lapwing with the Nectar. Get a bunch of food, play the Oyster Catcher. Just getting these extra birds down for the end of round goal as well. And filled columns, end of round goal 2. We want to get more birds down for that. So I can definitely see a world here. We might be relying on Lapwing working, but I could definitely see a world where I get all 5 of these birds down in this round. At least 4, I think, should be doable, but we could potentially be going for full set. And yeah, Wagtail, of course, going to be strong. Maybe this Oyster Catcher gets something good as well. So yeah, I think we're going to go for that. We'll go for the Forester. And yeah, let's lock this in. Let's go 5 birds. So it's not often I do this. It's quite unusual. But I think it could work. And as I say, maybe a bit reliant on the Lapwing. If that can get us a lot of food and get us off to a good start, I'm feeling positive about this one. And alright, here we go. On to our first turn. Let's see what our opponent has kept. Yeah, not 5 birds. They've gone for something a bit more normal though. Just the 2 birds. We'll see what those are going to be. But let's get this Lapwing down. And I think we're going to go for the grasses here. We want to get something going so we can get some more eggs. So please, Lapwing, get us a lot of food. I will take that. I will take that. 5 is definitely a good return. And the only food we were missing is the fish, which we don't actually need here. So I'm definitely okay with that. And yeah, I think now, as I say, we'll get this forest going. I think probably Blue Jay rather than Titmouse. A little bit more flexibility on the food, of course, and being able to get us extra food as well. You've got to draw on birds, okay. We took something from the tray. Honestly, wasn't even really paying attention too much to the tray because it didn't interest me. But yeah, I think we'll go for the Blue Jay here. And then we can take food. We're going to need lots of worms. We're going to need lots of worms. Nectar, of course, also works. So that would definitely, yeah, be what I'm after here. So if I can get those 2 nectars that are there, which it seems like I'm going to be able to. Oh, the tree swallow. I do remember now. So, okay. I mean, that's a good sign that they didn't have a wetland bird, but tree swallow is nice. So they'll do some digging, no doubt. But all right, let's go and, yeah, take these 2 nectars, hopefully. There we go, on the reroll. So we'll take that as a food. And, okay, so now we play the Oyster Catcher. We can then draw cards. I mean, we're going to have to. This is the thing. We're thinking about Wagtail. Got to use all 4 actions. So as good as the Oyster Catcher is going to be, just in terms of getting us some of that extra card access right off the bat, we're also going to need to draw cards ourselves. Okay, they are still drawing. White-bellied seagull might be a nice one. I think for now, we will just play this Oyster Catcher before we draw cards, see what comes up. So yeah, let's get this down, see what we're going to get. Okay. We've got some good stuff. I mean, all 3 of these, to be honest. I quite like Cassin's Finch for the Forester. But Hummingbird, just for a bunch more food, is obviously good. And Teal with Teal, always nice with that Common Swift. So, I suppose it's which would I least like my opponent to have? I think if I took the Hummingbird, they would probably leave me the Swift. I think if I took the Cassis Finch, they'd probably leave me the Swift either way. So do I want Hummingbird or Finch? be honest, I'd kind of be okay with them playing Hummingbird and giving me free food. So I'll take the Castus Finch for the Forester and for the extra bonus card. And actually, it is a white and no power bird, which might help them on this end of round goal. So let's think about that as well. But that is definitely, yeah, a good find. A good find at this stage of the game. Always nice to have bonus card birds when you're going for these teal power. So, oh, they left me the hummingbird. I will take that. Those are the 2 birds that I wanted there. So that has worked out an absolute treat. So okay, we know they've got the swift now. So that might be something to try and remember, try and bear in mind for later. Easier said than done in these long games of Wingspan. So okay, they are drawing, taking the Sea Eagle. So I would have liked that myself, but okay, we are getting some other options coming up. I think, let's think about this, 4 turns left. We need to lay eggs. We need to draw cards. We need to play the Wagtail. That only gives us 1 extra turn. And I don't know necessarily, unless I was to lay eggs. Yeah, I don't think we can play too many more birds. I think we can actually only play 4 birds this round, and then obviously the 5th with the Wagtail, because we're going to be limited on eggs. So yeah, if I drew cards, laid eggs, played the Wagtail, I have a spare turn. It's probably going to be taking food actually, if it's not going to be playing a bird. So let's draw, and it's tempting to spend some food, given that we are going to have some extras, just on moving this tray. And seeing some more cards, so I think I will do that actually. And let's get rid of a rat and see what we get. I think that's probably paid off, because these are 2 very, very nice birds that I want to be going for. So I think I'll just take those 2. And we revealed some good stuff. So okay, Yellow Rump Warbler and Mockingbird. So maybe some tucking action going on my opponent, but they have already drawn a lot, so they could definitely draw 1 more time as they do, and then maybe pivot into the forest with some of those extra cards they've got. So that tray is distinctly less interesting. I'm sort of assuming they're going to play a bird. I sort of want them to move this feed around, because it's not great for me. I want to be able to get more nectar and maybe get the seed on the Blue Jay reroll. So let's just lay eggs for now, because we know we need to do that. We know we need to play this Wagtail. And then we'll take food, and I think we'll try and keep it flexible. I most likely could get away with play this White Start, playing this Titmouse, and not worry about an extra white and no power. But if I can play this Castus Finch, have that as an option, I wouldn't mind that. Oh, they took just 1 food. Okay, I didn't expect that. I thought I was going to be seeing Warbler go down, so maybe they're not going forest. They might go into the wetlands, so let's keep an eye on that. But I think, okay, so maybe we just take food now, because we can get a reroll, and it seems like they're probably not going to take food again. Let's just play this Wagtail. Let's just get this down, and then I have flexibility, because who knows? I mean, maybe in some universe they draw cards and there's an amazing card and I want to go and draw that, and then I haven't got the Wagtail down, I'm stuck. So at least now, I mean, I could still get this Hummingbird in the game. I think that might not be a terrible option. What are they doing? Goldcrest. Okay, that makes a bit more sense now. So that is going to be a fun one, going in the forest with some of these extra cards, but no eggs for them for now. And okay, what do we do? What do we do? I think this Hummingbird could work. I definitely think this Hummingbird could work. But I think I will take food here. And just give myself some options. So let's take a Nectar and block that from them. And I think I will take rather than cash, because I would like the food for now, for playing more birds. But it's been a pretty successful round 1. I think this has gone to plan. We're getting things going, and hopefully get something strong. So okay, Scale Quail, that's going to sort them out for eggs somewhat. And yeah, we're good on this end around. So what do we want to play as a priority? Honestly, I think I might go for this Hummingbird. and just maybe get some more eggs going in the grasses, because I am going to need to be laying eggs. And this might help with tempo. I'm going to need to draw cards at some point as well. This could even go in the wetlands. But I think, given how much I'm going to need to lay eggs to be playing birds, I think building out this grasslands is important. So let's do that, and let's spend a rat, because I've got nothing that needs rats for now. So yeah, getting things going in this grasslands is good. I'm winning the end around goal, which is also good. So getting points on the board, we like that. Some very nice birds coming up in the trail. Maybe birds singular. That black noddy is always a welcome sight. And next to it, the welcome swallow, which can also work sometimes. You need it for a bonus card, and you're playing it in that last slot in a habitat. Can be a decent option for getting some tucks. But yeah, I like the noddy for the big points and the brown power. So we'll see. I mean, I think if I'm in my opponent's shoes, I want to be using this gold crest. I want to be laying eggs, taking food, getting birds down. Okay, they did go and draw, and they revealed a cowbird, which I think I shall take. Potentially to block, but also could work well for me. And there we go. That's going to sort us out for card draw. Red-breasted Merganser. If I can get my words out properly, that is a dream in this situation. So happy with that. All right, there we go. They are indeed laying eggs, and I think we might do the same. I'm just trying to work out what the best way of doing this to get everything going is. I think getting this cowbird down, so maybe we don't need this magpie lark. I think getting this cowbird down is going to be nice. So let's lay eggs, and if we're getting rid of this, then we're getting rid of it. And I think we're going to get rid of a food, because I do want to have a bit of egg flexibility, and maybe be able to play some more birds this round. So let's do that. And I think in that case, do we want to do that? Just thinking this through a bit more carefully. No, I think I'm okay with that. And we can, yeah, get some eggs down, and we can grab this nectar. So this is one advantage, I suppose, now. Of course, in Oceania games, you kind of want the hummingbird so you can get the nectar, because sometimes there's going to be one nectar, and if your opponent has the hummingbird, they get the nectar and you don't. So I think on base boards, I'm kind of ambivalent if there's a hummingbird in the game as to who has it. But yeah, maybe in Oceania you do kind of want it yourself. So okay, we'll also snipe. Well, they're going to be giving me cards, which again, I'm okay with that, because my card draw is weak at the moment, so I could definitely use a few more. And I think for now, I think we're going to get this cowbird down. So let's go ahead and do that. Because I want to do that early with the pink powers. And if they are going to use this gold crest, they're going to want to be laying eggs. And they're going to need to in order to, of course, get those birds down. So we'll try and get ourselves some freebies there. And yeah, I think now we'll go get this Merganser down. And look at drawing some cards, but they are giving me some free ones. Alduin's Girl. Okay, well that feels like an upgrade. Don't need the Merganser anymore. And in that case, I think it might be a good idea to get some forest birds down. So what I can do is I can play the White Star, I can take food, I can play the Alduin's Girl, and then if I get a free egg, I can draw cards and then use the free egg to play a bird. I might need to play, or might need to lay eggs, but if I do, I could probably afford to get something like Titmouse or Cassius Finch down. So I think this White Star's going to be good. I think, anytime you're getting these brown powers down when you go in white, it just saves you turns. It means if I, in a future round have to take food only once instead of twice, that saves me a turn. That's another turn to play a bird. It's another turn, potentially laying eggs and scoring some points that way. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we can benefit now from throwing the Merganser, because I think Alduin's Goal, I think that is going to be better. I mean, we know the rest of this game we're going to be drawing cards at least twice, so the 2 tucks here is going to match the extra points from the Merganser, and we can always draw cards a few more times to score extra points. So definitely don't mind that. I mean, it looks like they are taking food, so it looks like maybe We're going to see the Goldcrest getting used to it. And I do like this bird. I think this is potentially a very powerful bird on these Oceania boards where you're getting extra food, you're getting extra cards, being able to play some big point forest birds potentially, or some low point ones. But yellow-rumped warbler, that can work because you can pick up trade birds such as prothentry warbler and get that down. That might be something they are going to look at. But I think, for me, I think I just go and take food here. So as I say, get rid of this Merganser. Hopefully a Nectar is going to appear, and indeed it does. And I think we still take here. I think we still take. I'm sort of on the fence, but I think taking at this stage of the game is better because the extra food is going to be useful for playing birds. Maybe it's useful for discarding, getting more eggs, but I want that option rather than have it stuck as a cache. Because if I wanted it stuck as a cache, I could have played the titmouse earlier, but I chose not to. So I think this might still go down. Forester is looking good. I think hopefully we get these two down and maybe one more, then we'll be able to max this out. And yeah, 8 points. Very, very nice. So let's see what their plan is. Not going to be able to get this prothentry warbler down. Maybe I did see they picked up the Roadrunner, so that might be, yeah, that looks like Roadrunner food to me. So I think for the end of round, that makes sense. I think. Oh, and they did pick up the prothentry warbler for later. So I think what I want to do is I think I want to be playing this Orduin's Gull. And then what I can do is go and lay eggs and then use the Wagtail power to probably play the titmouse. I think that makes sense. So let's go ahead and do... Actually, maybe I want to play the Finch. Just trying to think, like, how many more turns am I going to take food? I could probably see myself taking food 3 more times, I suppose, at which point that's a 7-point bird, so I think that's fine. So let's do that. We'll spend our Nectar. We're doing alright in that respect, and Wagtail definitely helps as well. No doubt my opponent will be getting lots of food, lots of Nectar. The bulk of that I would expect to be spent in the forest, so we might struggle to compete there. But I think in general it's difficult to compete across 3 habitats. If we can win 2, we're fine. There's Roadrunner going down, so yeah, makes sense. We shall lay some eggs and yeah, use this opportunity to get rid of, I think probably a worm, because White Star, plenty more where that came from. And let's start spreading these out. We can get some down on the cup nests. We're looking very far ahead to that last end of round goal, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And yeah, let's use this. Let's use this power. And I think probably we take a fish. Yeah, let's take a fish. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? Aspirational puffin for late in the game. Always on my mind when I'm taking fish. So, but yeah, extra bit of food definitely will help. Wagtail, get the titmouse down. So lower bound on the Forester done. Very, very nice. And I can see out of the corner of my eye something else. It's very, very nice, and it's called a Maltese Warbler. So, okay, we could potentially double up here and have a very, very entertaining game. A common buzzard as well is a nice one to play with these teal powers. So I think we're going to go ahead and draw. We can throw the egg here. Cassowary. Oh, wow. Okay, that is an excellent find. Cassowary on the White Star later. Yes, please. Thank you very much. See what we're going to get here. Wow, okay. Don't think I need the Raven, but this Goshawk, again, Forester on my mind. Maybe drawing some extra cards. That makes a whole lot of sense. So, okay, let's go and keep that. Don't need Raven. I want to play Maltese Warbler. That's that last grass and play. So we could be running out of bird spots here, but I think that's where birds like common buzzard, birds like southern cassowary, they come in handy because you can play them and you don't need an extra spot. You're sort of replacing a bird that's already down. So that's definitely worth thinking about, worth being aware of. So free card coming through. All right, you would have interested me earlier. You don't interest me now. So I think we can go ahead and take some food and ditch you. So let's do that. See what we get. Lots of nectar, which is what we want. So we'll do that. We'll get a cache. We'll get a worm. And do we still keep taking? This is the $1,000,000 question, as it were. I'm maybe now at the point where I look at caching, because I think between the hummingbird, I mean, maybe I need extra food here, but this is going to get me some food back. This costs nothing. This only costs birds if I'm going to play them. So I think we might cache here. Just think this through. We're going to play the Moltoni. We are going to need to play 2 birds, I suppose. That's the thing. So it would be Cassin's Finch and then maybe the Goshawk, which means I'm drawing cards. Again, I could do Cassowary, but I probably want to save that for later. So I could still use this White Star power. Oh, actually, I suppose Common Buzzard, that can go on the Lapwing anytime. And that works fine. But yeah, maybe the Send Around Gone might come into play. So I might want to go for this sort of Goshawk, but I think let's cache. Let's cache. I've actually not got anything really. I've got this Cassin's Finch that needs seeds. I've already got 1 seed, so I think looking at it from that perspective, yeah, let's take the cache. I suppose we could spend a seed on this later, but we'll worry about that when we get there. But yeah, lots of points on the board. Moltoni's going to help. No end with that as well. It looks like they are laying eggs, and indeed they are, so thank you very much. We are going to get a freebie there. And alright, Moltoni, I think we're going to play you like this, because in 3 turns left, I think we lay eggs. I think we draw cards, and then we see, because there might be a world in which we want to get loads more birds done, but there might be a world in which we just lay eggs again. So actually, maybe we do spend the extra nectar, because I can always grab 1 back from the feeder. No, actually, that's... Let's keep 1 in reserve, just in case, because you never know. And yeah, do it like so. So Moltoni down, double teals. I'm a very happy boy right now with my 2 teals, because we're going to get lots of birds down and it's going to be great. And yeah, Forester's going to get maxed out. I wouldn't mind finding another bonus card bird. You know, I'm going to keep saying it. If Puffin wants to show up, I would not say no. Absolutely not say no. But any kind of wetland bonus play would be nice. Maybe I'm going to draw cards twice more in this game. Maybe only once. If I'm going to have to play extra birds, I say have to, like I'm being forced to. I've very much deliberately chosen to do this. But I think if I'm going to want to be playing more birds, then maybe I'm going to need to draw cards extra time. And alright, back around to us. Let's see, is my opponent playing birds? They are. European Robin, so okay. Again, a nice brown power. Again, works well with the Gold Crest. Get yourself more food. Get yourself more nectar most of the time. So definitely a nice one to have. I think we're going to draw cards here. Because I do think... I mean, if I didn't draw cards this round, I'm honestly not sure what I'd do. I'd play the Buzzard. I'd play the Cassin's Finch. But then, you know, I draw cards once in that final round. I'm going to be getting 4 cards. No guarantee that I find everything I want, so I think it makes sense, and it is sort of tempting to spend nectar on this, given that I'm probably going to go ahead and lay eggs again after this and maybe get a nectar back. But we'll see. We'll see what comes off the top first. Well, grassland bird that we can't play, a wetland bird that we don't want to play. Let's spend this nectar and see what we can find. Okay, there we go. That was 100% worth it. And I'm very, very happy now with Brace 8 Spoonbill. So that's kind of what we're looking for. That's what we're after. Very good stuff. Kind of wish I still had the nectar, because then I could play Spoonbill and Finch this round. There might be a world actually in which I want to do Spoonbill and Goshawk for this end of round. I think they're going to want to play the Prothonotary Warbler and maybe one other, but only 3 turns left. You know, the clock is ticking whether they're going to be able to do that. So we'll keep an eye on it. But I think that's a good plan for us. Definitely get the bonus card bird down. And yeah, I think we're pretty well set here. I think we're pretty well set. I'm happy with the birds in my hand. We've, I think, almost got enough. I think we might need 1 bird more, maybe 2, if we're being greedy. To play in that final round, of course, when you've got double teals, as I said. you're playing more birds, so you do need more options there. And it comes back around to our turn. They did take food, and they did play, a different warbler. This is not the warbler I was expecting, but blue-winged, very nice. Okay, yeah, they could definitely lay eggs, get prothentry down. Certainly would not begrudge them for that. And this is a good time to lay eggs, because yet again, there is one nectar, and one nectar only in the bird feeder, so... we have to lay eggs for, not just whitetail, but Mortoni, of course, now. We're doubling up. But we want to do it anyway. Get points, get a bit of food with the hummingbird. And yeah, anytime we can grab nectar. Always, always good. So I think I'll go ahead and play the spoonbill and save the decision on the goshawk for later. But okay, is that them taking food again, or is that a re-roll? I suppose that maybe they're going to place something in a different habitat. Not necessarily use the goldcrest. I suppose one thing pointing out, actually, I have two birds in the cassowary and the buzzard which work very, very well with goldcrest, so glad they don't have either of those. Yeah, they have taken food. 4 nectar, okay. What are they playing with that? It's not often you see someone with 4 nectar because they can't double play. So it's got to be like a teal tucking bird. They have still got that common swift, but I don't think that's going to get played anymore. Could be, yeah, something like that. Maybe a stubble quail. We'll see. But I don't think any of those. Maybe a couple are above 4 points. We'll see. I'm worrying way too much about what they're doing, and I should not be doing that. Let's go ahead and get this spoonbill down. So yeah, I think we'll say. Actually, should we save the fish? Again, puffin. I'm just going to keep saying it. The more I say it, the more likely it is to appear. That's clearly how these things work. And, you know, worms and seeds, we get dime a dozen in the forest. So let's keep the fish. Let's see what we get on this bonus card. Okay. Well, I was going to say that's not great, but actually, with Falconer, that's fine. I was probably going to... I was almost certainly going to play this anyway. And I was thinking about playing this. I do think Nest Box Builder's going to get done. So let's go Falconer. It's a bit of a disappointment. I was hoping for something better than that, but I'll take it. I will certainly take it. And yeah, look, we can get a couple of extra points off this goshawk, and that suits me just fine. So let's see what they're going to play with all this nectar. I have a feeling it might be a collared dove. If I had to put my Wingspan currency on anything, it would be that. But we'll see. I'm very much hoping it is not going to hit this end around. I'm very much hoping. But I can tie it with this goshawk, as I say, is now a couple of points better. So what have they done? It is stubble quail. Okay, so I'll give myself half a point for that, because I did call that one out by name. So that actually is a good play, because it means they don't have to lay eggs, they don't have to activate my cowbird anymore. But I'll say we are going to get at the tie on this end around. So goshawk's going down. And we'll do it like so. Because as I say, I don't think those two birds are going to be used at all. And we're going to clear off the lapwing, because we are then going to use our other teal power, play the buzzard on top of the lapwing. And that is going to get us some more points. So there we go. That was going to be a 4-point play. And it is now a 6-point play for no food. So very, very nice. We do get a tie on that end around, which I'm definitely pleased about. And we're looking good for this last end of round goal as well. So we come into this final round. They have actually got quite a few cup nests down. So maybe they'll lay eggs once. But I know we've got cup nests. We've got one in reserve as well in this Cassin's Finch. So definitely a good option. And all right, I'm hoping... touch wood, this should be an okay last round. I mean, we basically just need one more bird to play. We've got this Cassin's Finch, we've got this cassowary. We know we want to play both of those. If I can find... I mean, I need to find one more. If I can find 2, that would definitely be ideal. But we'll wait and see. I think I might actually, when I take cards, I might spend this fish, sacrifice the fish to summon the puffin, reset this tray, and just pray and hope that something is going to come our way. that we can go and get down. But yeah, otherwise we're going to be taking food probably just once. I think we can get away with taking food once, because obviously this cassowary, even though it's expensive, we get 2 berries back and we can potentially use one of those on the finch. So there's a good bit of synergy there that will save us a bit of food. And of course, if we're laying eggs as well, those extra turns, we've got the hummingbird that can supplement the food access a little bit. And I don't mind too much giving away a bit of food. I mean, it's a little bit dangerous because they can obviously, you know, save some of that, play birds in other habitats. But I think generally when you go in Goldcrest, especially in this setup with Robin, with loads of extra cards to throw for more food, I would anticipate they're not going to be short on food. And like best case scenario, they turn it into a point. Well, if I can get myself a Nectar that might score more points elsewhere, that is going to be good. But yeah, we are maybe going to have a bit of a struggle on this Nectar, of course. In the grasslands, we're done. And in the forest, if they're going to use that Goldcrest and get a couple more Nectar down here, we're not going to be able to spend 6 to catch. So that's how it goes sometimes. We'll satisfy ourselves with the win in the wetlands, hopefully. But what have they done and done? They've taken food, but not used the Goldcrest. So we'll see how that plays out. But for now, I think it is time to take cards. What can we find? All low point birds, which is not what I wanted. So let's go ahead and go off the top of the deck. Okay, spotted sandpiper. Do you know what? I think you're all right as a fallback. I think you're all right as a cheap fallback option. So I'm probably not. I could throw the egg, but I'm probably not going to. Oh, red kite. Another one of these. Okay. What could we play you on top of? I suppose maybe the Orduins is another low point option that, yeah, that would then be a 6-point play. I mean, Merganser as well, actually, is also nice. Do we want to go for that for the Falconer? Let's think this through. If we take food once, we're getting 6 food. Yeah, we can easily afford Cassin's Finch, Southern Cassowary. I think we go for this Merganser. But we might even fill the board here. Do you know what? Is that possible? If we do, yeah, if we did Merganser Sandpiper in the wetlands and then did Finch Cassowary with the 2 teals in the forest, I think that might be worth it. It's fun at the very least. So yeah, I think maybe red kite. Given that playing you're only 4 points by playing you on a 1-point bird, whereas this is already 5. It does cost the food, but it's food I'm going to have by taking food. So I think actually, let's go with this Merganser. So I'm okay with that. And yeah, we'll have a bit of calculator to do. I think we'll just take food and let's see where we end up. See where we end up in terms of what options we want. I mean, maybe there's a world actually. Maybe I want to get this Finch down sooner. There is the end around goal to think about, but also to see the bonus card, because that bonus card might dictate what we want to play. But we'll see. We will see, and we could always, I suppose, use potentially one of the berries on that Merganser, but yeah, it might depend a bit what my opponent does here. So we're going to have to be ready to react. As I say, I'll kind of expect them to lay eggs once in this round. I think you probably want to play a bird, maybe use the Goldcrest again, and then maybe lay eggs, and then something mysterious for that final turn. But I think for the most part, we're planned out. And yeah, we're going to get a good bonus card score. So another one from Cassin's Finch. Wouldn't go amiss. I'm sort of looking, I think, at this point. I'm probably looking for Omnivore. I'm looking for Food Web Expert. I'm maybe looking, I don't know, Rheumatologist. And then I wish I kept the red kite, but I think we've got some options. So what are they doing? Trumpet Swan, very nice big point bird. Very nice big point bird. So that's gone down in the wetlands there. And okay, I think now it's time to take food. So let's go ahead and do that. And alright, we get some Nectar. We're going to throw a card here. But we're not going to be able to take that other nectar because I want it on the blue jay. So that might give a bit of a rethink as to what goes down and where, because we are potentially going to need the berries here. But let's do... I think probably the best play for me is going to be to lay eggs twice, and then we do... we lay eggs, we play the finch, we lay eggs again, and then we play cassowary and merganser as the 2 teal plays. I don't think sandpiper's worth playing, given it's only 3 points after the egg cost, and I can just lay eggs 4. So I think given that, we should be okay. If we're not going to do that many plays, we should be okay for food. I think I can cash that. And I'm sort of gambling. I should maybe be playing it a bit safer, but you know, if I'm laying eggs and resetting, oh, okay, they're taking food. But if we're resetting this feeder and we're seeing some nectar with this hummingbird, I think that works for me. So I would guess that we're going to see this prostitute warbler go down now. So that's going to be probably their play. Then, as I say, maybe something else. And they will want to look at laying eggs, and I think that's where laying eggs the extra turn as well is good. Get this finch down and make sure we're getting an egg on it for this end of round. So, and back around to us here. Let's see, opponent took food, but again, not using this gold crest. This is definitely interesting. I fully expected this to get used more. Maybe there is still one more opportunity for that. For us, however, I think yeah, we want to be going and laying eggs. So let's get those eggs down on as many of our cup nests as we can. And yeah, we're going to use this hummingbird. So I'm going to put them first. Now there is a chance they skip here. There is definitely a chance they skip. I would be tempted to skip. They have not, but it depends. Maybe they need the food, so we'll reroll. We'll get our nectar, which we wanted. So that is good, and I think now I think we could just about get away with forcing everything down here. So of course, finch will use a nectar and a seed. We then lay eggs again. We're not going to get the second nectar for cassowary, but we can force that down with 4 food. That's going to get us 2 nectars back, which we combine with something else and play this merganser, and I think that works out. I think that works out just fine, so I'm okay with that. And yeah, we got some big plays. This cassowary. Well, I mean, first of all, we've got this finch, so that's going to get us max out forester and another bonus card. So big points. Cassowary's big points. Oh, black noddy, of course. We did see that earlier, so that's going down. Ah, and they're winning the nectar in the wetlands. Curses. Well, I might have to think carefully then about trying to save a. Hold a nectar back for this merganser. I'm not sure how possible that's going to be. In all honesty. Ooh, that's tricky. So, okay. Because now I could do cassowary first, use the berry on the finch, and then use the nectar on the merganser and win the wetlands. No, I don't. I don't know if I actually have enough food to do that. I think at the best I'd be getting a tie in the wetlands, which is 3 points. And considering that the reason I'm playing the Cassis Finch, I mean, actually, are they gonna? Yeah, I think you've got to lay eggs here. You've got to lay eggs for this end around. I don't think it's worth blanking. That does make things a little bit more difficult. I think let's play. Let's stick to the plan. But maybe we do this. Keep the nectar. I think that's okay. Yeah, maybe we'll do it like this, actually. And clear off these 2 egg spaces. Okay. Oologist makes things very, very interesting. I think we can. I think we can still max that out. Because we're going to lay eggs, we're going to get eggs on 4 birds. Cassowary gets eggs on itself. Yeah, I think actually... God, I was not feeling good when I saw 2 zeros, but it's a bit like the Falconer. This is going to get points later, and certainly points the Citizen Scientist wasn't going to get. So I think that's okay. That oologist. So yeah, we'll lay eggs. We'll spread our eggs around, and that I suppose is a lesson in why you spread your eggs around. Even, you know, not necessarily if you have to. I think here I was anyway because of this end around, but you want to be spreading those around just in case you get oologists. So we are getting a free egg there, and that actually is going to help us out anyway. So you can ignore everything I've said about that. But okay, we just lay eggs. Yeah, I don't know why I'm even overthinking this. So we are winning the end around. That's good. Just need to make sure I don't stick one on the white star. That's kind of the only important thing here. And yeah, we'll use this as we have to, and if they take the fish, they're feeling generous, we'll get a reroll. But I think either way, yeah, we take this fish here because then we're going to play the cassowary with our nectars, and the worm. We get the berries back. We do berry fish here. We still have a berry left over, so that works out fine for me. So here we go into the teals. So we do want to do cassowary first. Get rid of this white star. Make sure we're spending the right food. So 2 nectars and a worm. I suppose we do have to spend the nectars here because we are at least now qualifying in the forest. So we get our 4 eggs as well and our 2 berries. Very, very nice. And we're going to use those now. Plates Merganser. So take the 2 eggs off here. And a nice little combo there to cap off this game. So yeah, did win that last end of round goal, which is good. Did lose all 3 nectars though, which is not good. We're going to see if that impacts us in this final score. So I think this could be big scores on both sides. I know we've scored well, but they did get a lot of birds down as well. So we are kind of close, but our bonus cards were strong. 20 points, really, really good. As I said, end of round goals we were pretty dominant on as well. Eggs, we had plenty. No less thanks to the cassowary at the end. So tuck cards, maybe they could bring it back a bit, but even with some nectar points, we're going to hold on here and we are going to win this game. 118 is the final score for us. Let's take one final look back at our board. So yeah, solid board, as I said, solid bonus cards. I mean, Forester for 8, Falconer for 6, Oologist late pickup as well for 6. Really, really good. Nearly filled the board. It would have been nice to fill the board, but I think it was better, certainly with the Oologist, to have those extra turns laying eggs at the end. One final look at my opponent's board. Ecologist, very nice bonus card. And yeah, some good birds went down. I mean, Goldcrest definitely got a lot of usage. I think it could maybe have got a bit more usage, but definitely some good birds went down. Definitely some big points in the Whirllands, so absolutely no questioning there. But yeah, solid game from our perspective, and that is a win that is going to send us top of our division and get ourselves a place in the playoffs, which is what this was all about. So there will be lots more games to come, but we still have 2 more in this regular season before we get to the playoffs. If you want to see those, please do hit the subscribe button. Please do make sure you're following along. And until that one, thank you very much for watching.